The zoo terrorist has been leveled as usual. Over 50 zoo terrorists plus 2 commanders have been leveled in Biafran land. Hear the news in details. Lovers of freedom and freedom fighters, we have come to another exemptional point where everybody will now understand the most important fact and the knowledge that we share. This is one big theory, and the biggest part of it is Biafra at all costs. We are preaching this very gospel to the final order that everybody will see the big information that we all pursue. The zoo terrorists came yesterday to wipe out Biafrans, of course, as usual. They came to dismantle and disgrace Biafrans as usual. But what they fail to understand is that people around this place will continue the biggest thing. And that is where the whole coast has begun. We must stand effectively, pronounceably, and what will inspire you. The most important words, the positivity, and everything that matters more to us. We are giving victory in a very, very orderly form. And that is where they are now in shock. So they came in yesterday to wipe out Biafrans, but they never knew that the Biafran Liberation Army were busy waiting for them. That was what shocked them and shook the whole of their natural resources. This is where the whole game started. We must stay connected and stay more importantly okay. We must be more visible in everything we do and in everything we say. Biafra has come to stay, and that is where our world of exemption has begun. Let's stay guided and let's stay focused. The zoo wants to intimidate us, but we say we can never be intimidated. Yes, we say we can never be intimidated in anything they try to do, because at each point they try to intimidate us, we will continue to put them in a very, very big first class. And that is where our world will continue to face more important information. And that's where we begin. You see, in the right for freedom, I must say this predominantly, that the word of our fight is never giving up. Never what? Giving up. It's going to be more important to us. And because we are not going to give up today, tomorrow or next, we'll continue to push and prostrate to every kind of forces that wants to come. We're going to keep shutting their mouth and telling them that you cannot force us to keep quiet. This is our fight for freedom, and the zoo is learning the hard way. The wind of Biafran restoration is blowing hot. The wind of Biafran restoration is blowing high, and everybody is seeing the level of speed. Hey, I must say this. Ghana did not see this coming. You see, for a very long time, we have been prevailing courses that should help us grow with every speed that we know how to pursue, that we know how to possess, that we ought to define. One of the biggest speed here is the speed of light, the level at which we have conquered our enemies to the very ground. Now you see, United Nations took their time to analyze some particular things that the zoo is missing, especially when it comes to Biafran actualization. I must say my full chest that we have come to realize the bigger deals that each and every one of them fail to understand. And by so doing, when they fail to understand, they realize that the game has changed. We're people that we're not scared of any kind of sanikunos. That is the truth. For so long, we've cared to imitate every one of them that should be taken prominently. And that's where the whole situation lies. Biafra has become the most important game change. And by so doing, everything would definitely fall into place. So, let's get along to the game change. We must stay connected, we must stay committed, and we must stay reliably focused. When I say reliably focused, that's where we must stay. So, our word is becoming more important, and nobody is going to bully us anymore because they truly know that we are giants that preserves this whole game. Now, the international bodies are now coming in contact to talk to us in a very big format, engaging us with a very big speed, and looking at us in a big zone. And that's where the gospel lies on. We must continue. We must continue to preach good word on what we do, and that is helping ourselves to understand the biggest effect. That's just the biggest thing. Now that the international bodies are now interested and are now saying a lot of good things about Biafra, we can now move to the final order. That the dismantle of the zoo is a promise that must be fulfilled. Finland, Germany, lots of countries, and peculiarly a game zone that must be heated. So, at this point of time, at this point of view, we must take ourselves more drawing closer to appreciate everything we have done and how far we have come.